What's up, guys? It's your boy Swan Belger. This is me taking action on IG, and I got my guy, the real estate DORU, with me here. We actually came to Charlotte to check him out, and today I really just wanted him to inspire you with his story, but also talk a little bit about what he's doing in his business now versus what he was doing. So, my guy, thanks for your time.
Hey man, appreciate for coming through, man. Charlotte, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Introduce yourself, brother.
Man, I'm Nasser, aka the real estate guru. I'm not a guru. I'm a guru because I actually do this business. So I've been involved in real estate since 2007, and I learned about creative real estate in 2010. I did my first wholesale deal in 2011. I got fired from my job in September of 2012. This September actually be 10 years. I'm trying to put together a celebration.
Amen.
And yeah, man, I've been full-time ever since, man, just doing real estate full-time, pretty much on the residential level. This is a rental property here that we're at. We flip land, I built houses, pretty much anything that makes sense on the residential level, and that's pretty much my experience, man. And I got fired from my highest paying job was $38,000, and now not only do I have a 7-figure net worth, however, we grow 7 figures a year in my real estate business.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope, man. Well, look, show us your project, bro.
All right, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna take you on one side of this project. This is a shotgun house, and with shotgun houses, they are particularly popular in African American neighborhoods. With these houses, they're named shotgun houses. Why are they shotgun houses? Because if you shoot a shotgun, it goes straight through the whole house. So this is a living room area, okay? A living room area, and then you have a bedroom, okay? It's not a dysfunctional floor plan. This is how the house is actually made.
Yeah.
So then you go through this door and you have a kitchen.
You don't use sliding doors in these?
No, man, because you want the privacy on. You have your bathroom and another bedroom. And that's why these are considered shotgun houses. You know, not my particular style, but they still rent the same as other houses.
Yeah.
New Orleans, they're really popular there.
Can you buy them cheaper than your traditional kind of setup house?
Same price.
Okay, nice.
Depending on how you do them, they can become a tourist attraction. Like New Orleans, there's a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
You know, of course, I think they do have some Airbnb regulation, but yeah, now they're popular and because in predominantly African American neighborhoods, these were put here, so they have a history behind them. However, you know, they're I guess you can do some cool stuff with them. This is going to be a rental for me.
That's what's up. I never even thought about that because I got a duplex on Law Street in Greensboro, and my house is set up just like that. But I never heard it called a shotgun house, so that's dope.
Yeah.
But that house bring me money though. Yeah, one side's an Airbnb, the other side's a long-term tenant. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. So how'd you find this deal?
I actually bought this to a wholesaler.
Okay, nice. That's what's up. Like, did he find you because you were out doing meetups or?
Social media brand found me. Say, hey, yo, I got this duplex. I'm saying, he told me the price, and I'm like, wait, they get a duplex that low? Like, yeah, let's make a move on this.
Okay.
So I ran out, looked at it, and said, let's do it.
That's what's up, man. I honestly, I think that's one thing that wholesalers, you know, when they call themselves wholesalers, they overlook that marketing strategy is to connect with other people in the market. How else are you finding your deals right now?
We're doing text messaging and cold call.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. How's the? I just got sued for cold calling for the first time. So I know one thing that's a huge, I would say, distraction, but a big fear for guys getting into the business is they're worried about if they put out bandit signs, the city gonna find them. If they do cold calls, you know, somebody's gonna come out about and sue them. Like, what's your perspective on that as far as your marketing goes?
All right, so I did get reported to the state one time, right? As far as marketing, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you the two worst case scenarios that happened for me. All right, and somebody reported me to the state because they claimed I cold called. And when you get a complaint from the state, you have to respond. You do not ignore that.
Right.
Because if you ignore that, they dig deeper and you will get shut down.
Right.
And they could tell you, like, yo, you cannot operate any more business in the state.
Right.
They have the power to do that. So talking to a mentor, he was like, yo, look, just respond. So we went back and forth with the state, and I had to print out my Podio system, which is a CRM, customer relationship management system, that they actually called me first, and it had the date and everything. Because my stuff was registered in Portugal, so he called me first. So I printed that out. Downloads, took a screenshot, sent it to the state. They closed it out. So nothing happened. But he was trying to say I cold called him. He's on the DNC and all this, and I'm not supposed to be cold calling and get this business shut down. So, but that went away. Years ago, I was using the postcard. The postcard was very vague. It didn't directly say anything. It was just to trigger phone calls, right? Like, do not share. I have this message for you regarding an important issue. Just call this number, right? So at this time in Charlotte, I'm spending $15,000 to $20,000 a month. Just to give you an idea, $20,000 a month in Charlotte gets you about 40,000 plus postcards, 15,000, 30,000 plus postcards. And the news ran a story on my company and postcard. The news, Action 9 News on the postcard. No, this is a postcard.
Just a postcard.
It's a postcard. And I told them, like, hey, I got a third-party marketing company doing it, etc. And they was like, he still ran the story and all that, but that was the worst it got for me.
Yeah. So out of that particular experience with the news, did it turn out to be good for you though? Because it would seem like even though they're trying to highlight bad, sometimes bad publicity is still good publicity because it's still on the news.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it turned out to be good. I'm not gonna say it was bad, because you still, like, when my company have people Google my company, and they can go back 2 to 3 years and on like the 3rd or 4th page on Google and see it.
Yeah.
And they can say something. We explained to them, yes, it was just a postcard.
Yeah.
And with this particular postcard, that somebody complained, we didn't do anything unethical.
Yeah.
It was just a postcard from a third-party service. But what we do, which gives me credibility, say, hey, just Google the owner's name.
Yeah.
So then they go back, they'll Google my name, and they'll see everything I've done and accomplished, and that gives us some leeway. So majority of the time, and sometimes it'd be like, nah, you're gonna wholesale it, and I'm like, man, I'm not gonna wholesale, I'm gonna buy it. You know, so but yeah.
They always like hearing that you're a buyer versus a wholesaler.
There you go.
That's why I always say, don't call yourself a wholesaler.
No.
Say you're a real estate investor.
All you're doing is confusing the seller anyway. Yeah.
For sure. That's what's up. Hey, you brought up a really good point about your Podio, about your CRM, because I think that's looked over a lot, when people are just getting started. So you said that when he called in, I guess your Podio realized he called in, and did it create like a lead when he called in?
There you go.
Okay, all right. So how did you do that?
So basically, when we had that, it's set up whereas when people call in, we get a missed call in Podio. Yep. So that way, your employees can see who called in, who they got to call back, and they can create a lead through that system.
Boom. I love it. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Fortunately, I had that, man.
Yeah, exactly, because that's how documentation is the best, even when it comes to what your systems and processes, but also just how you're doing business.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope, brother. That's dope. Outside of your marketing efforts, when it comes to acquisitions, are you on the phone or is somebody else doing most of the negotiations for you these days?
Somebody else.
Okay, that's what's up. So what does that look like? Are you paying them hourly, salary, or what?
They get a base plus commission.
Nice. Very good. Very good. So have you seen a particular pay structure for your acquisition guys that helps them perform or influences them to perform?
I mean, yeah, base and commission structure I would say is the best, but remember, if you're offering a base, especially a base that somebody can live off in you wherever you're at, so like if 30,000 is the average income in Greensboro, then if you offer in the base, let's say of 24,000, right? And commission is uncapped, but you get you get a percentage of it. So let's say they bring in 60,000 and they make out of that 60,000 they bring in profit, let's say they make about 4,000 off of that, right? And that keeps them incentive to get more and get more and get more.
Yeah.
It keeps them incentive. So, and you want to get them to six figures as well.
Yeah.
You want to get them to break 100,000.
That's what's up. Yeah, I always ask my guys, like, what's your goal? Like, how much money you want to make? And if they say anything under 100,000, I know they're not right for me. Because that's just not. If they making 10% of what they bring in, then and they only got $100,000. They only got a $50,000 mindset. It's not really. You know.
You're gonna get a $50,000 work ethic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's key to make sure that you got a pay scale that influences your guys to actually perform. So are you pulling like all the lists right now, or are you focusing on some niche list, or how does that work?
I pull a county list.
Okay.
The whole county.
Just only county list. Not buying anything?
No, just the whole county.
Okay, nice.
Whole county, and we just go after it.
That's what's up. So how many people in this county?
And this county is, this is not a big county, it's in the outskirts of Charlotte.
Yeah.
So it's sub 500,000.
That's what's up. See, and I wanted you to say the number because a lot of people think they can pull a list of 100 people, 500 people, 1,000 people.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? But really to outperform the competition, you got to outperform.
Yeah.
That's dope. So were you doing that in the beginning, like pulling a big list like that, or?
When I got to scale my business.
Okay.
About 2015, 2016, I started doing that.
Okay.
And when I mean by sub 500,000, meaning that in this county, they got about 500,000 people. Charlotte, a metro is like 1 million plus, but in this county, they got like 500,000 or less. So once you put your criteria on it, you know, you're bringing out 25, 30,000 names. Now you can work that or whatever. Because just because there's 500,000 people there don't mean everybody wants a house.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yep. I love it. I love it. Why'd you choose to come outside of, Charlotte? Because, I mean, essentially, you think you make more in Charlotte versus coming out here, a little bit more in the country.
Charlotte is crazy, bro. Charlotte is crazy. Y'all got it easy in the Greensboro. I know some people there complaining, but y'all got it easy.
Yeah.
The Charlotte numbers are insane, and don't make good rental numbers.
Yeah.
This is, going to be a rental for me, so. Yeah, this is why I came out to Charlotte. And Charlotte is saturated, so I wanted to come out and open up and go wider.
That's for sure. Yeah, I think that's a gem. Anytime you live in a big metro, definitely, go 20 minutes outside of the city and you're ready.
There you go.
Yeah, you're ready.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I tell my students that, and they start closing deals.
Right.
Like if they live in Dallas, they go in the outskirts of Dallas.
Yeah.
You live in Houston, go in the outskirts of Houston. They'll start closing deals.
That's for sure. And the appraisals really, they keep up. Yeah. Unless you go too far out.
Right.
You go too far out, it don't work. Yeah, you go too far out, it don't work. Yeah. So are you mainly? Let's talk about raising money real quick. Okay. When you're buying, are you using your own cash or using somebody else's?
Somebody else's.
Okay. Why you choose to do that?
Leverage. So that I can go wide. So when I mean go wide, right? If I'm using my own money, okay, I can get 2 or 3 houses. I'm using Sawan's money. I can leverage that to like 6 to 7 houses. All right. Now, your mentality, like me, I'd rather have 25% of the pie than 100% of nothing.
Right. So
for me, I don't mind paying money costs, partner with somebody if my spread is going to be bigger. So I can do 7 houses and make $350,000 instead of just buying 2 houses and making $70,000, and you're getting this done in the same time frame.
That's what's up. I like it. So it sounds like some of the money that you raise to do deals is debt, and then some of it is partnership, so it's equity?
Yes.
So how do you choose if you decide, hey, I'm gonna partner with somebody, or hey, I'm gonna get debt on it?
Depends on the meat on the bone of the deal.
Okay, yeah.
And how complex the deal is.
So which way you swinging?
80,000 or more, and depending on the price point, I might be open to partnering.
Yeah.
Less than 80, man, I probably can knock it out myself.
Okay, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Honestly, so I just did a subject 2 deal this past week, and I typically don't bring a lot of money to subject 2 deals at all, maybe like $5,000 or less. But this one I had to get a seller $37,000, and then the rehab is $20,000. So I decided to, equity, partner with somebody. We got an LLC together, make an Airbnb, boom, 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 But if she would have said $7,000 like I was hoping for in the first place, I'd have did that all day long by myself,
Right.
Yeah. But that's dope. That's dope. A lot of people don't talk about the raising money side of it. I know because a lot of people stay in the wholesaling, getting quick cash and all of that.
The real estate, man. I tell my students, man, because I teach them wholesaling and buying rentals.
Yeah.
And I tell my students, man, like, getting the big checks is cool, but let's work on generational wealth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my father is 72. So what that means is, previously before 1968, and he's from North Carolina, he couldn't own in most parts of the country. He could not own real estate.
Yeah.
Okay? And there was a reason that they kept African Americans out.
Yeah.
They didn't want us to transfer wealth.
Yeah.
That wealth gap that people talk about online, the wealth gap, the average white family, I think, had a net worth of 170,000 compared to 17,000 black net worth. And that was created by government, like by the laws.
Yeah.
That was intentionally done.
Right.
So we have to be intentionally fixing it and acquiring assets, passing down assets, etc. So yeah, man, just play it smart. When I say pass down assets, man, like even stocks. Right now, it's a bloodbath in the stock market. So if you got the mentality, and you don't have to know, you have to be a genius to do this. You got $500 or $1,000 laying around that's not going to make or break you, and you got the mentality that you can park that money somewhere and forget about it for about 3 to 5 years. You know, that can be a good strategy for somebody.
For sure. Man,
it's when the market was down in real estate, man, houses that I bought, you know, for the low that's worth 4 and 5 times as much now.
Right.
You know?
Right. I had a really good time right when we shut down, right when North Carolina shut down, everybody had to be home. That first 3 weeks, I went crazy. Because nobody knew what was going on. So some people was like, yeah, they was like, I'm trying to get this quick money real quick. I bought 2 package deals. One was a package of 5 and another package of 4, but all of those houses I bought for $25,000. And I mean, literally all of them today, if I wanted to sell as is, I probably could get $150 for all of them. Yeah. And it's really dope when you see the opportunity. Actually, one thing I was telling one of my students yesterday is literally, you know, he's like, well, what do you think about all the stuff that's going on in the news? I was like, bro, we make the news. Like, we are the news. They're reporting out after we do the work. So you just need to focus on doing the work, you know. But look, bro, I really appreciate you giving us a game real quick. Just last, I want you to leave people with a quick how-to, okay? If people wanna, because you know people want it easy these days. Give me the easiest way for people to get started in real estate and what you would do to get their first check. Let's call it within 90 days.
Drive for dollars and bandit signs. Drive for dollars and bandit signs. I would do those if I was broke. Yeah. And I needed a check within 90 days, driving for dollars and bandit signs. That's how I got started, driving for dollars.
Yep, me too. Me too. That's exactly how I did it, driving for dollars and bandit signs. So literally, I got people to call me back, and bada boom, bada bing. I still got those signs on my trailers when we do trash outs now. So, well, look, bro. Look, I appreciate your time, man. Yes, sir. Look. Remember that you don't need all 3 to do a deal. You just need 2 to do you. Peace, y'all.